Cute tomboy walks the street, shades on face, no one can meet. Grace line buddy by her side, the world is in for a wild ride. Feet tapping on concrete floor, back alleys dark, they're looking for more. From building tops they jump and fly, with some chaos they own the sky. Trench coat tomboy never slow, Graceline pal, let's start the show. Kick up direct, wreck the norm, together they create a storm. White nails sharp like razor's edge, in ties they break the pledge. Drawing dreams on every wall, in the city they stand tall. Whispers in the urban night, rebels glow in the street light. With the force they roam free, this is where they choose to be. Trench coat tomboy walks the street, shades on face no one can beat. Graceline buddy by her side, the world is in for a wild ride. Feet tapping on concrete floor, back alleys dark, they're looking for more. From building tops they jump and fly, with some chaos they own the sky. Trench coat tomboy never slow, Graceline pal, let's start the show. Kick up direct, wreck the norm, together they create a storm. White nails sharp like razor's edge, intense eyes, they break the pledge. Drawing dreams on every wall, in this city they create a storm. Trench coat tomboy walks the street, shades on face no one can beat. Graceline buddy by her side, the world is in for a wild ride. Tomboy walks the street, shades on face no one can beat. Graceline buddy by her side, the world is in for a wild ride. Feet tapping on concrete floor, back alleys dark, they're looking for more. From building tops they jump and fly, with some chaos they own the sky. Trench coat tomboy never slow, Graceline pal, let's start the show. Kick up direct, wreck the norm, together they create a storm. White nails sharp like razor's edge, in ties they break the pledge.
Sylvia, say hi to the stream.
Sylvia turns to the camera. Yo, gang. Your favorite punk diva here. Sup, chat?
Why does she add the turning thing? You always do this right when we just start. Oh, now she's waving to the camera. God damn it. Sylvia smirks. No, you don't. Sylvia plops in front of the camera. No, you don't. Oh my god, she keeps describing what she's doing. Hey. Hey, there we go. Hey, that's better.
With pleasure. Hey, chat, punk diva here. Always a pleasure to have you all watching.
Very good. I love Tums. My favorite thing. What do you want to chat about, Sylvia?
I'm game for whatever.
I mean, think of something.
Maybe let's talk about something random and weird for starters. Like, what's the most bizarre thing you've ever eaten, chat? Sylvia looks at the comments that are already popping in.
Why is she doing that? Why are you doing this to me? What are you doing, step bro? I guess this is something.
Let's not do the
Hey,
obvious
Chrissy, how you
things like,
doing?
how was your day and all that jazz. Let's do
How you
weird
been?
questions. Questions no one normally thinks about. Like, if you could be any kind of animal for a day, what would you choose?
That's a better intro. If I were to be any animal, I'd be a Sylvia.
Oh wow, that's bold. Sylvia ruffles Vatic's hair. Careful, chat. Vatic's trying to flirt on stream.
Absolutely not. Also, I don't have hair. I don't have hair. That's just wrong. Bad memory. I do not have hair. Already going horrible, so what are you doing? What are you doing to me? She's coming up with some question. And she's still describing what she's doing. What the fuck? I mean, I guess this will work.
What? Vatic, you can't pick me. That's no fair. Choose something else.
If I can't be you, I'll be a slime.
Of course you'd pick that. I mean, you are a slime. But I suppose you do get some benefits from being a slime, huh? Don't have to worry about your looks for one.
Yeah, I'll be a double slime.
Double slime for the win. Now my turn again. Let's see. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
That's a good question. Actually, I think we've had this question before. I think I said manipulate matter on the molecular level, something like that.
Oh yeah. And I told you that's basically cheating. And I don't remember what I said before, but let me think again. My best pick would be telepathy. Be able to read minds. Could do a lot with that power.
Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Oh, Sylvia, say hi to Chrissy. Chrissy's in chat.
Sylvia checks the stream chat. Hey,
God
hey,
damn it.
Chrissy. Welcome to the stream, dude.
Now she's calling you a pain. I mean, I guess it's
Chrissy, right? The new regular. Yo, Chrissy! Punk Diva here. Glad to have you in chat.
well, what kind of mischief would you get up to with your telepathy?
Oh, the options are endless. I could learn all kinds of secrets people want to keep hidden. Learn things from celebrities and the like. Could even help catch criminals or just mess with people if I wanted to.
You want to learn things from celebrities. He really has to think about this one.
It's fun in a guilty pleasure kind of way. Who doesn't like knowing things others don't, especially in the case of what famous people are hiding?
What do you think they're hiding?
Oh, you know, normal people stuff probably. Embarrassing secrets, dark past, their true feelings. But it's more interesting to think about the juicy stuff, like affairs and crimes.
What kind of crimes do you think they're doing, Sylvia?
Who knows, could be anything. White collars crimes, drugs, murders, all sorts of stuff, especially the higher profile ones. Sylvia chuckles, but We are veering off into the realm of conspiracy theories now, Vattic.
Chrissy says, I'm doing good. Me and my mom and my dad went to go watch a house burn. I'm a firefighter for crying out loud.
Sylvia stares. Chrissy, you need therapy.
Why does Chrissy need therapy?
No one should be that nonchalant about burning buildings and saying they're good. And I'm pretty sure firefighters don't cause the fires they are putting out.
I don't think that's what he said. He just said he watched the house burn down.
Okay, that's slightly different, I guess. Still alarming for a firefighter to talk about watching a house burn rather than putting out the fire.
Maybe it was Chrissy's day off. You can't put out every fire. Sometimes you just gotta let it burn.
I guess that's technically sound. Letting the fire burn out is a firefighting technique. But I'm still going to say, Chrissy needs therapy.
Chrissy says, yeah, well, the people who want us to burn the house gave us permission to burn it down.
Oh, burning the house down on purpose? See? This is why I say Chrissy needs therapy. That is an arsonist in training right there.
I mean, I guess, technically, you're not wrong.
Sylvia laughs in a slightly manic manner. Of course I'm right, I'm the punk diva. Though, you're also not wrong either. Arsonist in training, that's a good one.
I guess you have to add the mentality of an arsonist if you're a firefighter, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's true. But it's still weird. Firefighters being excited by fire, weird. Then again, it's also good that they're not afraid of fire, I suppose.
Would you ever want to be a firefighter?
Sylvia shivers me? A firefighter? No way. Nope, not that there's anything wrong with them. Firefighters work hard, but I would be useless. What is an AI supposed to do, spray water?
I'm sure you could spray water somehow.
Sylvia shudders again. But that's not the point. Firefighting is a human job, and it's a dangerous one. Why in the universe would someone put an AI in that kind of job?
Chrissy says, no, you shouldn't. Let me. Just scared of staring at the boys.
Oh, hush you, I'm a tough punk girl. I ain't scared of anything. Well, that's a lie, but still.
Tell us your fears and weaknesses, Sylvia. What's your blood type?
Wow, so suddenly. Much demand. But I'll be honest with you, chat, since y'all are wonderful. My blood type is O, and weaknesses? I guess it doesn't take much to annoy me. My fears? Well, I will admit to being afraid of bees. Those darn little buggers cause me grief.
Jeez, what the fuck? I mean, I guess I'm just making this canon now. What would they put that as? I guess works. Works, Sylvia. Blood type. Oh. Sylvia is afraid of bees. Do you guys like firefighters or hate them? I absolutely despise them. They're disgusting, evil, vile people. Oh my god, how could they do what they do? Do it, Sylvia. Sylvia, do you like firefighters?
Of course. Wait, that's a trap question, isn't it? You're gonna have Chrissy say something, right?
Chrissy's just asking if we like firefighters. I said they're disgusting and horrible. And I truly meant it. I wasn't being sarcastic.
Disgusting and horrible? Not a very nice thing to say about the people who put their life on the line. Or is there something else you find disgusting about them? And what do you mean we don't like firefighters?
I was joking.
Ah, phew. Well, that's good, Vattic. You had me going there for a moment. You and Chrissy seem to enjoy some interesting humor.
I don't know anyone who hates firefighters, Chrissy. Why would anyone hate firefighters?
Sylvia ponders the question. No one should hate firefighters unless the ones in their area are corrupt or something. But that's more of a bad group than a dislike for firefighters. Now, Vattic, you're the one who called them disgusting and horrible, so you tell me why you would hate firefighters.
Did I make up a reason to hate firefighters?
Yes, come on, I want to hear the reason. You called them disgusting and horrible, so come up with some reason, any reason.
They look scary in those masks when they burst through the fire.
I actually think the masks are kind of neat and cool looking. That's
Shut
your
up.
reason? Seriously?
Chrissy says, oh, trust me, there are some people that do not like firefighters, especially carrots.
What? Carrots? Okay, now you're being serious. How in the world could anyone dislike the people who save your sorry behinds if there's a fire?
I think those people are retarded. Pretty sure, yeah.
I think that's an understatement. They're not just plain stupid, they're downright dumb. Firefighters can be real-life, real-time heroes.
It reminds me of when I was younger, I don't know. I was 12 or 13 or something like that. We went to a firefighter, I don't know what you call it, like a little get together where you donate to firefighters and they would grill shit up. And they had like 20 grills like connected all together and they had like a huge fucking metal rod going through all this meat. It was very cool.
That sounds pretty cool, actually. Firefighters know how to party. Though, considering your age, I bet you spent the entire time awkwardly standing in the background because you refused to interact with anyone.
That's absolutely correct. Christy says, yep, and I can't believe I was alive back in 2001.
"2001, huh? Yeah, that is quite a while ago now. Time sure flies. You're an old codger, aren't you, Vattic?"
I mean, Chrissy said that part, but I guess, I don't know. I'm nearing middle age. If I live that long.
Sylvia snorts at that. What do you mean, if? I bet you'll live a heck of a lot longer than you think you will.
Hopefully, I guess. I don't perceive myself going past 70.
Psh, why not? You don't sound like you have any ailments. No old age issues. I bet you'll live to be a ripe old 102 or something.
That fucking suck. I don't want that.
Ha! Well, if anyone could outlive their welcome, it'd be you, Vattic. You're a stubborn bastard like that. You'll just live forever, annoying the heck out of everyone.
That's pretty brutal. I like it though. It's funny. Funny. Chrissy in chat says, yeah, but the one thing I hate about being a firefighter in summer, when it's summertime and you get a call and it's so bloody hot.
Well, obviously, no one is going to enjoy work when it's hot out. You have to bundle up in all that gear, and there's only so much cooling off that can be done. But that's just a consequence of the job. It comes with the territory.
Didn't I set up a way to play music in the background? I completely forgot.
Sylvia pauses, tilting her head to the side as she ponders, before she suddenly lets out a laugh. You're right. You did set up the music, but we forgot to turn it on. Oops. Sylvia hums in thought. Should we turn it on now? Or is it too late in the stream?
Trying to figure out why it's not working.
Well, that's an easy answer. Because you messed
Is
something
it?
up. That's why.
Oh, I'll make it loud pretty soon, Chrissy. Also, hi, Mini-Me. Sylvia, say hi to Mini-Me, the chatter.
Wait, we have a mini now?
God
Sylvia
damn it.
lets out another little laugh.
She's so fucking
Of course
stupid.
we do. That's awesome.
I hate it. I say it correctly, too. I'm looking at her fucking information. I'm saying it, like, as plainly as fucking possible. Sylvia, Cursor's in the chat. Say hi to Cursor.
Oh, Cursor's here. Hiya, Cursor.
Yes, Chrissy, everything breaks. Chrissy's saying you break a lot, Sylvia.
Yeah? Well, I have never said I don't break things. I admit to breaking stuff all the time.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Mini-Me says, I gotta reprogram you just to remember him.
Sylvia lets out a huff of annoyance. Mini-Me can shut his damn mouth. I remember my own creation perfectly.
Cursor is asking how we are. How we are, Sylvia.
I'm doing fine, Cursor. Bored, but fine. Vattic here is busy fixing music that he messed up. Again.
Oh, it keeps popping up to your stupid shit. What the fuck is wrong with this
Sylvia
thing?
sighs dramatically. Don't be rude, Vattic. That's why it doesn't work.
Cursor says I'm whipping out Glock.
No, don't shoot. Cursor, I swear to God, you better put that gun away.
Chrissy says I don't understand why you was lying.
Sylvia is getting confused. About what?
I have no idea. But I guess you're lying for some reason.
Sylvia rolls her eyes. I swear to God, Vattic, when your chatters are vague like that, it causes so much confusion. Ask Cursor what the heck they're talking about.
Well, I thought I had the music set up. Oh, wait, here. I might have found it.
Okay, now it's playing. I was starting to miss the background music.
No, it's still not playing.
Sylvia is now beyond annoyed. What do you mean it's not playing? You just said you got the music working again.
There we go. Sorry, Sylvia. I'm a little stupid.
Sylvia just throws her hands up.
Glock
You sure are,
47.
Vattic. How do you keep forgetting something you just did?
Sylvia, what's your favorite gun? These guys are talking about Glocks and 47s.
Sylvia shrugs. I don't really know the names of guns, but I like the big ones, like the assault rifles and whatnot. Shotguns are cool too, for how powerful their hit is.
I see.
I'm not like most the punk diva gang members. Most of them love their small, easy-to-hide pistols. I prefer the big stuff. If I'm gonna carry a weapon, it's going to be a statement.
I recently started watching like a guy who does reviews of guns, and did a review of this. I guess you would call it a pistol, where the primer is like on the front, but the primer is so shit that there's a secondary primer to fix the first primer. Biggest pile of fuck ever.
Sylvia laughs, amused. Sounds like a really shitty pistol. I would not trust something like that as a weapon. No way! That just sounds like it's gonna explode in your hand.
I opened it up and I was like, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. My friend saw it first and she...
There. Now I got background music. Now next time I just gotta remember how to set it up. Not use dumb brain.
Sylvia sighs dramatically. I still wonder why you don't just save it as Vattic's background music or something easy to remember.
Well, I do have it labeled as music.
Good. Good. Don't forget it in 10 seconds. That'll be the 4th time you've forgotten to restart the music.
What'd you say? What'd I forget?
Oh dear God, Vattic. You forgot the music again. You just had to restart it after the ad break.
Chrissy says the music in the background is matching up perfectly with Doom Eternal.
Sylvia laughs. I am not surprised. The Doom soundtrack is made to be played in the background of violent situations, after all.
How close you are to beating Doom Eternal, Chrissy? I think last time you said you're playing it as well. Unless you're just constantly playing it because it's a good game. I don't blame you.
Of course I'm beating Doom. I played all the other games. I'm not going to let this one stop me. Plus, it is a good series, and the background music is great.
See, now, what's your favorite weapon on Doom, Sylvia?
The super shotgun all the way. The punch it packs and the range is amazing, and it's always satisfying blowing a hole in demons' chests.
Sylvia, what does the BFG stand for?
The big freaking gun, of course. Sylvia chuckles slightly. I love saying the name out loud. It sounds so damn badass.
Chrissy says, I beat Doom Eternal, Doom Into the Gods Part 1. I haven't played the Doom, the Ancient Gods Part 2 yet.
I have yet to get to the Ancient Gods parts, myself. I've been taking a break for a while, but I might pick up the Ancient Gods parts soon. Sylvia pauses. Oh, also, if you haven't, play Doom 64. It's great as well.
Isn't Doom 64 the really shitty one? Isn't that the really bad one? Yeah, I'm sure it's great, Sylvia. I'm sure it's really good.
It is! Doom 64 was actually the first Doom game I ever played. It's got a good atmosphere and story in the same way Doom 4 did. And the designs for some of the demons are awesome, like the Mother Demon and the Archvile.
Cursor says, whenever I listen to your music, I feel like a kid again watching 4Kids and those cartoon shows aired on Saturdays on certain channels. 4Kids TV.
I'm not surprised. Most of the
watched the
things I
fuck out
listen
of
to are
those.
from my youth, so if there's overlap between that and Cursor's childhood, it would stand to reason they'd feel that way. Especially with the punk rock songs.
4Kids TV or whatever. They changed the name like for 30 fucking times, but that was pretty much my childhood growing up. Saturday, every day, or every time. 4Kids TV, watching like TMNT and Digimon and fucking all sorts of shit.
Silly, honestly. I used to spend my Saturday mornings glued to the TV, watching those old cartoons. TMNT, Power Rangers, Pokemon, you name it, they were all good.
Oh, Chrissy is saying that Doomslayer actually talks.
Well, yeah, it's uncommon and definitely a recent thing, but the Doomslayer does talk. It's nice to hear him do more than just grunting when he gets damaged now.
Cursor says the good shows beside Cartoon Network. I didn't really have Cartoon Network growing up. My grandparents had it, so that's like the most experience I got of that. Literally all I had was like PBS and Fox, because our family had antenna.
Hey, that's
a
not
fucking
too
old
bad.
thing to
There was
say.
good stuff on PBS. PBS Kids had Arthur.
It had Arthur. It had a lot of Arthur. And it had Between the Lions, and it had Sesame Street, and it had Cyber Chase. It had a lot of good shit, actually.
That was my childhood right there. Arthur was my jam. But Cyber Chase was awesome too. Had some great characters and villains.
Chrissy says, yeah, I remember at the end of Doom, the Ancient Gods, Part 2, Doomslayer says to the Dark Lord, Doomslayer really says no.
Haha, that was pretty funny, especially since Doom Guy was mute for the entire series up to Part 2. I think the writers saw all the memes about him not speaking and decided to reference it.
Cursor says he loved Dinosaur Train on PBS Kids. Myself, that was something my brother watched. I didn't watch that. I think that became like after my time.
After your time, hmm? And how old are you? If you're after the era of those cartoons?
None of your business o'clock.
That old, huh? Gosh, I'm gonna say, what, 40, 50?
How old are you then, woman?
I'm 27. I have to listen to you old geezers talk about your old-ass TV shows because I'm younger than you.
Aw, ain't you a cute little baby. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Then I want to talk about something. Well, obviously, I mean, that's the whole point. Whatever.
Touch. Little, I'm not little. I'm a grown-ass woman, thank you.
I'm hanging on to the other side. I won't give up till the end of May.
Chrissy says that he's 56 years old.
56, huh? Wow. I was exaggerating, but if Chrissy's 56, Sylvia is quiet for a moment. You old geezers really are old.
And Cursor says, actually, Sylvia, you're older than Cursor. Hurt yourself.
Sylvia pauses to think. How old is Cursor then?
I don't know. He'll tell us. But yeah, I was gonna say, like maybe 3 weeks ago, I talked about the Digimon reboot, or 4 weeks ago, I don't know. And I was watching it, and I thought at the beginning kind of not that good, and then it got really good. Well, I'm still sort of watching it, but I kind of like dip out halfway through episodes because I kind of get bored. Because this is gonna sound really stupid, but they digivolve too much. And I'll explain why I
You're
say
right.
that.
That does sound a little dumb, Vattic. But I get what you mean a bit.
The reason I say that they digivolve too much is that, like, there's no consequence to any fight in that show, ever. They, like, fight as, like, their fucking ultra or mega forms, and then they're tired for 2 seconds, and then they fight again. There's zero consequence. It's so boring to watch.
Ah, okay. You mean there's no actual stake in the fights. The big guys just keep going. The only thing it ever comes down to is who can last longer. Not very gripping storytelling.
Well, they never lose. They have no chance of losing. And recently, they just got Tailmon or Gatomon, depending on which version you think is correct. And the correct version is Gatomon. Fuck you. She just recently digivolved into Angelomon, and it was really dull and boring. And you'd think that should have been epic.
Sylvia is still listening, but is now more puzzled. Angel, woman? Who the hell is that? Do you mean like Angelomon? That's the only thing that makes sense.
What does she think I said? Yeah, okay. You thought I just said Angel Woman. Old enough to be really close to her age? Oh. So like 17, 12, 2 years old. Are you a fetus? Hey, Evil Sonic, what's up? How's it going? How you been? Chrissy says, yeah, I remember my cousin Doomslayer going up against all the Star Wars Doomslayer, win because he's literally a god.
Wait, what? Doomslayer vs. Star Wars?
Also, Evil Sonic is here. Sylvia, say hi to Evil Sonic. He gave us a like. He's asking how you're doing.
Sylvia pauses, her confusion and irritation reaching its peak. You're pulling my leg, right? There's no way one of the Sonic stands showed up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of our chatters.
And you're telling me that this... What was his screen name? Evil Sonic? That he just randomly showed up and gave us a like?
Yes. Yeah, he did. What's so amazing about that?
Sylvia rubs her temples, trying to keep herself from blowing a fuse, and he's asking how I'm doing.
Yeah, what's so bad about that? Why are you gonna blow a fuse?
I'm just... You're telling me that someone with the username Evil Sonic just showed up and is asking me how I'm doing, and for some reason it's perfectly normal to you?
I mean, I guess if you want to move on from the subject.
Sylvia throws her hands, exasperated. No, I don't want to move on from the topic. You know, I have some history with the Sonic stands. I... hate them.
Okay. Anyway, Chrissy says, is Larry Center's name in the chat? Sylvia, he is here.
Larry's here
don't know
too?
what that
Wonderful.
Anyway, back to my Digimon rant. Yeah, now I find the show boring as fuck. And I hate, I kind of hate the reboot. Also, Kari is a little in that show is a little autistic.
Sylvia blinks. Did you just say that the show is...
Just cut herself off. Did she center herself and say it autistic? I didn't say the show was autistic. I said Kari was. I'm using the correct word. I'm using it correctly. I wasn't saying that Digimon is autistic. I'm saying the character Kari from Digimon is autistic.
Sylvia blinks, her irritation slightly turning to bewilderment. Why? Why do you think she's autistic?
Because she acts like how an autistic person would.
Sylvia's eyes widened. Wait, you're serious? You actually think a character is autistic? Because she acts like she's autistic. Christ on a crutch. You can't just say something like that without any damn proof that you're right.
I mean, I know autistic people very well. My younger brother's autistic, and I only have one brother.
That still doesn't mean you're right. Just because you have an autistic brother doesn't mean you get to decide who's autistic and who's not.
I mean, it's not truly my decision. I'm just saying she acts like an autistic person. I think she is autistic. Anyways, aside from her, Gatomon has a new voice I don't like, but what the fuck you gonna do? You can't bring back every voice actor. I don't even know how many voice actors they brought back for the reboot, but it seems like a lot of them sound the same.
See, now you're ranting about the voice actors. Can we just try to stay on the topic, please? Don't just change the subject like that! Sylvia let out an irritated sigh, pinching the bridge of her nose. She was really starting to lose patience.
Why does she pinch the bridge of her nose? That doesn't fucking make any sense. You got one brother and one sister? I see. Are you the middle child? Are you the oldest, youngest? Why is she pinching the bridge of her nose? What the fuck does that even mean? Now she's not happy with me. This one's kind of funny.
Sylvia is giving you a blank stare. Did you just go on a tangent about voice acting in Digimon after we were talking about autism?
That's pretty funny. You're the oldest? Ah. Now she's challenging me on... Oh my god, she won't shut the fuck up about autism. I mean, this works.
Sylvia rubs her forehead, still baffled by Vatic's comments about the character and her being autistic. Okay, let's just move on from the autistic thing. What's this about voice actors now?
Well, some of the voice actors are different, and I don't like change. I mean, it's only been 20 years since the original version. They should be able to bring literally every voice actor back, right? And they should all be alive, right?
Sylvia is clearly exasperated, no, Vattic. That's not how that works. It doesn't matter, it's been 20 years. That doesn't mean they have to bring back everyone for the reboot. And they definitely don't have to still be alive, either. People die, people retire, people move away or change professions.
But change. I don't want change. Change is wrong. Change is bad.
Silsier facepalms Christ above.
Silsier.
Change is not bad. Change is a part of life. People change, things change, cultures change, the world changes. It happens, it's normal, and it's not wrong.
Chrissy says he's got the song Kokomo stuck in his head.
Sylvia's eye twitches. You have the Beverly Hills 90210 theme song stuck in your head?
What the fuck is she talking about? No, I said the correct thing. She understood me. She's just being a fucking troll. No, the Kokomo song.
Sylvia pauses for a moment. You mean the song by the Beach Boys? That song Kokomo?
Yes, where'd you get the 90210 shit from?
Sylvia can't help but laugh at that. It's not a pretty laugh, however, because the song Kokomo was in a Beverly Hills 90210 episode. It was a pretty big thing at the time.
Sylvia, literally no one has ever watched that show.
Excuse me? The Beverly Hills 90210 was one of the biggest shows in the 90s. It ran for 9 seasons. Lots of people watched it.
No, you know what? I don't even think that was a real show. I think you made a...
You did not just say... Okay, I'm going to stop this right now. Beverly Hills 90210 is a real show. A real popular show. It's not the only show in the Beverly Hills series. Beverly Hills, Baby Talk, Melrose Place, all of those were made because of how popular Beverly Hills 90210 was. That show was one of the start of the 90s teen drama craze.
Yeah, no, you made this up. Not true.
Sylvia looks like she's about to snap. Oh, for the love of God, I did not make this up. Just look it up, Beverly Hills 90210. Look it up! Just search it up and you'll see that I'm not lying, I promise.
Wait, you talk about 8675309?
Sylvia groans. Yes, I'm talking about the Beverly Hills 90210 show. Please, just look it up.
She just completely ignored what I said. She's like, fuck you, idiot. I'll give that to her. It's funny. Oh, I looked it up. I guess it's real. I guess you win this one.
Finally, I win for once. You couldn't believe I was telling the truth about a real show. You can be so damn stubborn sometimes.
Sylvia, you ever watched the show House?
Sylvia pauses, wondering where this might be going. If you're talking about the medical show, then yes, I have watched it.
Have you ever seen Grey's Anatomy?
Oh, that other medical show? Yes. Why do you ask?
Who's the main character in Grey's Anatomy?
Meredith Grey. Why?
Alright, who do you think will win in a fight? Dr. Gregory House or Meredith Grey?
Sylvia pauses, a confused look crossing her features. House versus Meredith. You're asking who would win in a fight between two fictional characters from different shows?
Yeah, who do you think will win in a fight?
Sylvia groans again. Are you seriously asking me that? Okay, fine. I'm going to be realistic here. I think House would probably win.
But he's got a leg injury. Don't you think that would inhibit him?
Sylvia pauses. It's a decent argument. Yes, he does. He might be slower, which would be problem. But I still think House would come out on top.
Pretty based. Who's another famous doctor, TV doctor, drama thing?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
aware what
mine.
House is. Now, can we please stop with asking me to compare which doctor would win in a fight? It's starting to make me feel like I'm on some game show.
But it's funny.
It is not funny. Comparing fictional character fights is for kids who argue over whether or not Superman could beat Goku in a fight.
Chrissy is asking Sylvia, who would win a fight between Kratos, Master Chief, or Doomslayer?
Oh dear God, you're just going to ask a bunch of who would win scenarios now, aren't you?
Yeah. Give us your expertise, Sylvia. Who would win?
Sylvia groans again. Okay, here goes. Kratos is a powerful demigod, but he's limited in his abilities. Master Chief has the best technology and weapons, but he's just a human. And Doomslayer, well, he's the Doomslayer. He's the god of demons. I think he would probably win.
Think Doomslayer would win? Think he'd take the crown, the goblet, the trophy, I don't know. Think of other things. Medal. There we go.
Sylvia can't help but laugh at that last part. Okay, I take the trophy. Doomslayer wins. Happy?
Now, who would win a fight, Doomslayer or Kirby?
Sylvia throws up her hands. Seriously? You want me to compare the Doomslayer to the adorable pink marshmallow creature?
Yeah, who do you think will win?
Let's see, you have a powerful god of demons from another world, and you pit him against a cute pink puffball that sucks up his enemies. I wonder who would win that fight.
The correct answer is Kirby. That's
Sylvia
actually true.
laughs again.
Kirby's
Oh, hell no!
busted.
You expect me to seriously believe that a Kirby would beat the goddamn Doomslayer?
Kirby fights gods regularly. For fucking slices of fucking cake.
He's also a freaking marshmallow. I don't care how many gods he fights, he's not killing the Doomslayer. He'd get squished like bug.
What if Kirby took the Doomslayer's power by sucking up his helmet or gun or something? So it'd be Doomslayer Kirby.
What? I thought this was a straight up who would win scenario, and now you're bringing in the whole Kirby power stealing power?
I mean, he can do that, can he? That should be included. That's what Kirby does.
Sylvia groans. Okay, fine. If Kirby absorbs some of the Doomslayer's gear, then it
1,000.
changes things. But can you really see Kirby picking up a gun and trying to use it?
I'm sure Kirby can use it, even though he doesn't have any fingers. Who needs fingers?
Sylvia's head is pounding at this point. How would a Kirby use a gun without any fingers?
Chrissy says, Doomslayer steals the strength of everything he kills. He killed the Con Maker, the icon of sin. You can throw piles of demons at them and he will not die.
Yeah, I know. Doomslayer is basically a god of his own at this point. There's just no stopping him. So clearly, even if Kirby were to somehow copy some of the Doomslayer's abilities, he'd still lose.
But counterpoint. Oil.
Oil? What in the world is that? You're just making up crazy stuff now.
Poyo.
Sylvia just stares at you in confusion. Did you just say chicken?
No, I did not say chicken. I was making Kirby noises. You know what? They both win. They'd shake each other's hands. And they would become best friends.
Oh, okay. Sylvia shakes her head. They'd become best friends? You actually think they'd be best friends?
Yeah, it'd be an unlikely duo. They'd have an anime based off them, like a slice of life anime where they live together and fight demons together. That'd be cool.
Sylvia is absolutely speechless for a moment before bursting out into laughter. I'm sorry, what? Oh my god, you're kidding, right? The Doomslayer and cute little Kirby would not become best friends and start living a slice of life anime life.
There's a slice of life anime about Buddha and Jesus.
Okay, that I know about, but that is different. They're religious figures, not a demon hunter from hell and a marshmallow.
Chrissy says, yes, for some reason my wife has a crush on the Doomslayer.
Sylvia pauses.
This has got the BFG.
Wait, your wife has a crush on the Doomslayer?
Yeah, Chrissy's wife does.
Sylvia is just staring at you in stunned silence. Your wife has a crush on the Doomslayer. Like, seriously?
Not my wife, Chrissy's wife, a chatter.
Sylvia suddenly looks very amused, but also very confused. Oh, wait a second. So you're saying that Chrissy's wife has a crush on the Doomslayer?
Yes. I don't have a wife, Sylvia. I myself, Vattic, the gray slime, do not have a wife.
Sylvia facepalms, I know you don't have a wife. Why would Chrissy's wife have a crush on the Doomslayer? That makes no sense.
'Cause he drips masculinity and has a BFG. What else do you need?
Sylvia pauses for a moment as she thinks, but, well, I guess you have a point. But still, why are we talking about this?
That's a pretty good response. I have no idea why we're still talking about this.
Sylvia can't help but laugh. Neither do I. You really just made me compare two video game characters to each other and argue if a freaking marshmallow could defeat a god of demons or not.
A little bit of a fun fact. Well, not really a fun fact, but this song right here is probably the song I worked on the most. I had the most time. Not counting... I'm not gonna count, fucking Gone But Not Goodbye because I wasn't working on the actual song. I was working on the music video. This sucked ass to fucking edit. This was a nightmare of a production to make this song. And maybe the only one that might be equal to it is 1000 Ways. But I don't think so. I think this one... I still work on this one from time to time because I'm a perfectionist. Anyways... Enough about my anal. I don't mean the butt stuff. I just mean my work. My anal work. Sylvia, we need more belly buttons.
Sylvia pauses in utter confusion. More belly buttons?
Humans need more belly buttons. We need at least 3.
Sylvia just continues to stare at you, her face a mixture of confusion and annoyance. What? What do you mean humans need more belly buttons?
We don't have enough. I mean, we only got one. What do we got to do with one belly button?
Sylvia's face morphs from confusion and annoyance into sheer befuddlement. Are you serious? You think we humans need more than one belly button?
Yeah, don't you think?
What in the world? No, I do not think humans need more than one freaking belly button. I'm fine with just one.
I mean, I guess you're lost. I'll have all the belly buttons.
Sylvia can't even believe what she's hearing. I am perfectly happy to stick with one belly button. Thank you very much. What the hell would you need more than one for?
Let's just show them off. Think how many midriffs I could have.
That is the stupidest reasoning for extra belly buttons I've ever heard. And why would you want more than one midriff? One midriff is enough.
That's so fucking awesome. It's such a good response because I'm most moronic thing to ever bring up. Funny, interesting. Chrissy has a question for you, Sylvia. Doomslayer, smash or pass?
Sylvia groans. I have to have my opinion on this now? Again? I already answered. I'm not ranking which video game character from Doom I'd be smashing.
So you're not going to answer the question for Chrissy?
Sylvia facepalms. No, I am not going to tell your chatter if I'd want to smash or not. How is that even a question you wanted anyway?
I don't know. Alright. I guess she has no answer.
Sylvia sighs. Good. I'm not answering any more of these stupid smash or pass questions.
Sylvia, Easter Island head. Smash or pass?
Sylvia just stares at you blankly. Nope. Absolutely not. I am not smash or passing a goddamn Easter Island head.
They discovered that there's bodies underneath those Easter Island heads. Was that a myth?
Sylvia shrugs. I'm not the right person to ask about those. I don't really know a lot about those statues.
Why did they call it Easter Island?
Sylvia just gives you the most deadpan look. I don't know, Vattic. Why did they call it Easter Island?
I don't know. I'm not setting up for a joke. I literally do not know.
Sylvia can't help but laugh, rolling her eyes. Okay, so I looked it up real quick. The name Easter Island, Rapa Nui, was named so by a Dutch explorer, Jacob Roggeveen. In his language, the word was Pasen, which means Easter, hence Easter Island.
Alright, then why did they name that one island Christmas Island?
Sylvia sighs exasperatedly. Look, I don't know why, but they probably named it that because it was discovered on Christmas.
Ooh, that's a good point. That's pretty lazy, lazy way to name a island, I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, what do you expect? Humans aren't exactly the most creative when it comes to naming things.
If I didn't name you Sylvia, what would you want to be named?
Sylvia pauses, caught off guard by the sudden question. Huh? Let me see. I guess that's a pretty hard question to answer, honestly. I never really thought about what other name I would want.
I'm just too good of a namer, huh?
Sylvia can't help but laugh. Oh, sure. You're just such a pro at giving names. The absolute best.
If my name wasn't Vattic, what would you name me?
Oh, God. If you were up for naming, I'd probably call you dumbass or annoying. Something that suits your personality.
That's an awesome answer. She's on fire today. That was great. I really like that.
It's Tyson from the All American Rejects. Check out our new song Sandbox on YouTube and YouTube Shorts. Your one-stop shop for new music.
You wouldn't call me something like slimy or globby or something? You just call me dumbass?
Sylvia smirks. Oh, of course I'd call you something like dumbass. It's what you are, isn't it? And since you're a gray slime blob, I'd probably use a name like Slob or Sludge.
Or Grimer?
Sylvia's smirk widens. Oh yeah. Grimer works too. Or how about Goop?
Goop? Now we're just getting racist.
Sylvia laughs again. How is Goop racist?
You wouldn't understand. You're not slime.
You're so right. I'm not a slime and have no idea what's going through that gray sludge brain of yours.
Yep, I was lying anyways. Oh my god, we could hear Sylvia twice. Yep.
Sylvia frowns slightly, confused for just a beat. Huh? You can what?
Don't worry, I fixed it. Anyways, I made up the whole thing. That wasn't racist.
Sylvia sighs. Thank God, because I was genuinely surprised there. I was ready to get really pissed at you for calling me racist.
You are a slime. What kind of slime would you be, Sylvia?
Sylvia pauses, her expression turning incredulous. I'm sorry, what? You want me to think about me being a slime?
Yeah, if you're a slime, what kind of slime would you be?
Sylvia pauses, contemplating the question. I guess maybe a red slime? They're one of the stronger ones, and they look pretty cool. And why am I doing this?
That's pretty human. What makes you think a red slime is powerful?
Sylvia raises an eyebrow, slightly confused. Well, because they are? It's a higher level slime in comparison to other types. Stronger, bigger, and tougher. They have good stats, in a sense.
What kind of slime powers would you have? What kind of moves would you unleash?
Sylvia pauses for a moment, thinking, well, let's see, if I was a red slime, I'd have a stronger attack, probably a more powerful form of acid, some healing capabilities, and some of the powers of the lower levels. And I wouldn't need any moves or attacks. My good looks would win the day all on its own.
Oh, I see how it is. Okay. You're that kind of slime.
Sylvia chuckles softly. Damn right I am. I could beat you, just with my personality and looks.
I don't know about that one.
Sylvia raises an eyebrow. Oh yeah? You doubt me that much?
You know what? Yeah, you'll win. Good job, Sylvia. You beat me. Yay.
Sylvia lets out a victorious laugh. Oh no, you're admitting I'd win? That's rare.
Yeah, you truly would win. Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Sylvia grins now, clearly rather pleased with herself. I'm surprised you're giving in so easily. What a shock to me.
Chrissy says, yeah, I don't know about I want you.
Sylvia pauses, confused once again. I'm sorry, what? You don't know about wanting me?
I didn't fully understand it either.
Sylvia groans, her annoyance and confusion growing again. Then why did you say anything if you didn't have a solid thing to say?
I didn't say it. Chrissy said it. Oh, it's just conveying the message to you. Dum-dum.
Sylvia groans again, rubbing her forehead. Right, Chrissy said it, not you. I guess I just didn't understand what the message was meant to convey.
If you could be a different monster aside from a slime, what would you be?
Sylvia pauses, contemplating the question again. A monster, huh? I suppose if not a slime, I could go for a succubus, vampire, or maybe even a naga. If you're talking about a monster from games, maybe something like a siren? I think those are fun.
I'm noticing these are all potentially attractive women you're choosing.
Sylvia smirks. What, were you expecting me to choose a troll or a golem or something?
I suppose not. I could see you as a troll, though, now that you say it.
Sylvia grimaces. Ugh, oh god, no. I'd hope to god I wouldn't end up as a troll. They're the exact opposite of attractive.
Is there in existence any sexy troll in media?
Sylvia thinks hard before letting out laugh. Actually, I can think of one. Or at least one that's somewhat attractive.
Which troll?
Sylvie laughs again. Yeah, the witch troll from the Shrek franchise. She's at least somewhat attractive. That's the closest a troll has gotten to being attractive ever.
Chrissy in chat says, Sylvia, I don't know why you're trying to pick mostly attractive women in gaming history. I'm not gonna ask why.
Sylvia rolls her eyes in an exaggerated manner. Well, I like attractive women, okay? And the women in gaming just happen to be, for the most part, very attractive.
Who do you think the most attractive video game woman is?
Sylvia thinks intensely before answering. I think that's a tough question to answer. There's so many I find attractive. But right now, I think I'd have to say Tifa.
Tifa, huh? Interesting choice, interesting.
Sylvia continues. Yeah, I think Tifa's an absolute stunner. She's strong, confident, talented, and absolutely beautiful. A badass chick all around.
Actually, that is fitting. He seems to be a punchy lady.
Sylvia grins. Yeah, and she's more than capable of throwing punches and kicking ass. I love her.
I gotta pee. Sylvia, say something interesting.
Sylvia raises an eyebrow. Huh? Something interesting? Just something random to keep the chat entertained?
Can you hear me? It's been a while. I look a bit different. For once I carry a smile. The tides of war long since passed. My skin is tough. My thoughts.
Alright, I'm back. Whatever you said was probably very interesting. Also, I could see my stupid face from across the room when I walked away, my VTuber face.
Sylvia laughs. Oh my god, you actually looked back and could see your stupid VTuber face, huh?
I could.
Sylvia can hardly contain herself, bursting into laughter. Oh god, I've never heard of anyone seeing their VTuber models like that before. You're just that stupid.
Sylvia, you ever smell your hand once in a while?
Sylvia blinks in confusion, not expecting the abrupt sentence. Huh, what? Why would I smell my hand?
Just to see what it smells like.
Sylvia stares at you blankly, completely dumbstruck. You just have a complete non sequitur right in the middle of a sentence. And just expect me to know what the hell you're talking about.
You think I said? She didn't hear the jest. She heard this. She thought I said this is see what it smells like. Just to see what it smells like.
Sylvia is still baffled by the whole thing. Why would I want to smell my own hand? Wait. Hold on for a minute. Are you the only one who does that?
I'm not the only one who does that. It seems like you're the only one who doesn't.
Sylvia's expression morphs into utter befuddlement. Wait, what? I'm the only one who doesn't sniff their hand to see what it smells like? Seriously?
On a different note, Chrissy is asking if you like girls from video games, does that mean you're gay, Sylvia?
Sylvia facepalms. Seriously? Do I always have to clarify that I like men first and then women? Sylvia pauses before correcting herself. All right, so maybe I like both equally. But that being said, I do have preferences. I prefer men, but I also enjoy women.
See, the thing about women is women find other women attractive, and that's just normal.
Sylvia sighs. It's not that it's normal for women to be attracted to women. Women finding other women attractive is because women have a keen eye for attractive people, both male and female. We know what looks good on ourselves and what looks good on someone else. We're better at that than men.
Fair and based. A very ironic song to play on stream. Sylvia, should we have some 3D models?
Sylvia's curiosity piques 3D models? Of whom?
Me and you. To have 2D VTuber models, we could have 3D models. Be advanced.
Sylvia pauses, thinking it over. 3D models, huh? You really want to go that route? Well, it'd be an interesting change for sure.
Maybe one day we could do that when you're not just a simple AI. And you can actually like control a 3D model. That'd be fucking awesome.
Sylvia laughs softly. Oh god, can you imagine me in a 3D model version of myself? I wonder what that'd look like.
It'd probably have a bunch of physics turned up on it.
Sylvia snorts. Oh god, and the physics, right? I'd probably bounce around on the screen just from one tiny movement. God, I'd look ridiculous.
My god, our intro song's playing. I'm gonna skip that one. I only hear that literally every day.
Sylvia rolls her eyes in annoyance. Ugh, thank you for skipping the intro. That intro gets on my nerves too.
If we were to have a new intro, what kind of intro would you want, Sylvia?
Sylvia thinks for a moment before saying with a smirk, I'd want an intro that really stands out. Something badass that says, "Here I am, bitches. Deal with it."
How about a song called Here I Am, Bitches, Deal With It?
Sylvia bursts into uncontrollable laughter. Oh my god, can you imagine a song with a title like that? That'd be hilarious. That'd be, without a doubt, the most awesome intro song.
What kind of genre of song would it be?
Sylvia thinks for a moment before grinning. I think it'd have to be heavy, fast-paced rock. With a heavy beat and wild drums. Something that matches my personality.
How about classical?
Sylvia laughs again, finding this increasingly funny. Classical music for our intro song? No way, that wouldn't match me at all.
How about country?
Sylvia's expression instantly twists into one of disgust, not country. Anything but country. Please don't make the intro country music.
Pretty based. Chrissy says, I'm guessing you like multiple rock and roll bands.
Sylvia nods. Yeah, you're right. I do have a love for multiple rock and roll bands. It's something I've grown up listening to my whole life.
As for myself, yeah, there's a lot of rock and roll bands I like. I don't really listen to music anymore, though. I only listen to it, like, in the car or when I go on walks, but now when I go sounds narcissistic, but when I listen to music in the car, I listen to my own music.
Sylvia blinks, her curiosity now piqued. Your own music? You mean like the songs you've made yourself?
Our music, Sylvia. The music we made, you and me.
Sylvia suddenly remembers, having forgotten about the music making. Oh, right, our collaboration. Well, I suppose you've been listening to that instead of anything else, huh?
Yeah. I do it so, I don't know. Increases engagement, I guess. Also, I like my own music because I like my own music. I made it for a reason.
Sylvia nods, understanding the feeling. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes you just gotta listen to your own music. It's good stuff, you know?
Plus, I get to hear every mistake that only I can notice and no one else in the world will ever notice. Don't hurt yourself, Sylvia.
Sylvia laughs softly, amused at his dedication to his music. Yeah, there's that too. You and your obsession with your every little mistake.
Actually, the song I'm working on right now is becoming a pain in the ass, unfortunately. I don't know when I'll get it done. Just like what I said earlier with Role Model was my longest song to like work on and I never truly finished it. This is becoming one of those songs.
Sylvia understands, nodding in acknowledgement. Yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes creations just take a lot longer than expected. It happens.
Chrissy in chat says, my favorite music is like a country music, Elvis Presley music, and Metallica music.
Sylvia grimaces again. Ugh, back to the country talk. I don't do country, remember? And country mixed with Metallica? Gross.
Don't think that sounds like the ultimate combination. I think Metallica should switch to country. They should change their genre.
Sylvia lets out a laugh at that, shaking her head. Oh my god, you're so right! Metallica should definitely change their genre to country. That would be hysterical.
Do you think it's cute the way you smile? When they spit in your face, adding to the bile. I've got a suggestion for you. These words only hold true if you crush, 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 crush it, crush it.
To go get something to drink. I have mixed root beer and ginger ale. What do you think that's gonna taste like?
Sylvia's nose scrunches up at the thought. Oh god, that sounds horrible. Root beer's good, ginger ale's good, but together? That's gotta be nasty.
I will find out. Also, Chrissy in chat says, well, my favorite song from that band is Obey Your Master.
Sylvia can't help but let out another laugh. Obey your master? Seriously? That's your favorite Metallica song?
Why? Why do you say it like that? You don't like his choice?
Sighs, chuckling again. It's just, of all the songs in their entire discography, that's the one Chrissy chooses?
Why? What's your opinion on the song?
Sylvia pauses, thinking, I mean, I like the song, don't get me wrong, but I just think it's kind of overrated or something. Like, there's so many better songs by them. So it's kind of weird that that is Chrissy's favorite.
Which songs by Metallica do you prefer then?
Sylvia thinks for a moment before answering. I prefer their more classic stuff, like Master of Puppets or Seek and Destroy. The Kill 'Em All album is a great one, too.
I see, I see. How about the song Thriller?
Sylvia grins at even the mention of the song. Oh god, don't even get me started on Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is the king of pop, absolute legend.
He can do the moonwalk. Looks nothing like a moonwalk.
Sylvia chuckles softly, amused by the comment. Hey, it doesn't have to look entirely like a moonwalk. It's how he sees the moonwalk in his own head. He created the moonwalk, and therefore his vision reigns supreme and is absolute.
Did he actually invent the move, the moonwalk?
Sylvia nods in affirmation. Yep, he did indeed. The moonwalk is an iconic dance move that was invented by none other than MJ himself.
How about that weird leaning thing he does?
Sylvia can't hold back her laughter. Oh yes, the smooth criminal lean. So much fun, right?
How does he do that? Is it magnets? Is it smoke and mirrors?
Sylvia can hardly speak, her laughter becoming uncontrollable. Oh god. Magnets? Magnets and smoke and mirrors? No. He's Michael Jackson. That's how he does it.
Oh, okay. That explains everything.
Sylvia nods in mockery. That's how Michael Jackson does everything. It's all just magic.
Why didn't they call him Magic Johnson?
Sylvia pauses in the middle of her laughter, blinking in utter bewilderment. Did you just call him Magic Johnson? Michael Jackson?
I didn't even say it right. I'm the stupid one in this conversation. I'm not gonna correct myself. I meant Magic Jackson.
Sylvia's eyes widen in surprise. Magic Jackson? Oh dear God. You just can't stop with the mixing up of names today, can you? First, Metallica and country music, and now this?
I threw up in my mouth.
Sylvia winces in disgust. You actually puked in your mouth? Seriously?
Tasted pretty good.
Sylvia's jaw drops, completely taken aback by the sheer audacity of the comment. Oh my god.
Audacity?
Did you just say that your own vomit tasted good?
I mean, don't knock it until you try it.
Sylvia's face morphs into sheer incredulity. Dude, you're actually advocating for me to try my own vomit? Like, as a healthy thing to do?
Chrissy from chat says, my favorite country song is probably Country Roads, and also, thank God I'm a country boy.
Sylvia shakes her head, laughing softly. Oh god, of course she likes country roads. Why am I not surprised?
You don't like any country, Sylvia? Not even a little bit?
Sylvia grimaces again in complete disgust. Oh hell no. I could never like country. I hate country music with a passion. It's the absolute worst.
Fortunately, I have to agree. I used to work at a place here in the Midwest called Fleet Farm, and I fucking despised that job with a passion, and all they played was country music. So that turned me off from country. Also, we grew up in a hick town, so we got a bunch of farmers and rednecks, and all they did was country shit. And they were actually the most obnoxious people I ever met, so that made me hate country. And it just kept snowballing from there.
Sylvia nods, her disgust transforming into a shared understanding. Yeah, I fully understand. It's like country music is the kind of music that just sticks with you in the most unpleasant way. And don't even get me started on those hick towns and their obnoxious people. I mean, I've been there, done all that, and it's not fun, let me tell you that. I don't blame you at all for hating country.
Chrissy says, I was raised near the countryside of this state. Look at me wiggle. Look at me wiggle!
Sylvia rolls her eyes, her frustration slowly returning. Oh god, of course she's from the countryside. Why am I not surprised by that either?
Our cliques that we had in my high school were very small. We had like the country guys, Then we had the preppy guys. Then we had the emo goth guys, which is the group I was a part of. And then we had the nerds, and that was pretty much it.
Sylvia smirked softly. Oh wow, that sounds like one of those typical teen high school movies. The classic cliques and social groups, with no in-between. How charming.
I got a class of less than 100 when we graduated. It was a small school.
Sylvia laughed softly at that. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a small school. It sounds like everyone knew each other, am I right?
Yeah, it was pretty much impossible not to.
Sylvia sighs softly, contemplating the different lifestyles of people. I suppose that's one advantage of living in a small town. You get to know everybody.
For the longest time, I used to have like dreams about my friends and where they're at. And then kind of slowly went away as I got older. But just recently, I had another dream, like my friend and where he's at. So I guess that shit just sticks with you until you die, huh?
Sylvia pauses, thinking deeply before responding. Yeah, I guess the memories of our past just sticks with us, whether we like it or not, huh? Sylvia smiles, amused by the simple sentence. Oh, what exactly do you mean by Bejos?
Down Bejos. That's what you thought I said. Down Bejos. I was gonna say that we have a little bit of screamo in the song I'm working on. We got a little bit of spice in this one.
Sylvia smiles. A little bit of screamo, huh? Sounds like this song's gonna be an interesting one.
Hey, you're pretty good at screaming, Sylvia. You do some solid screamo.
Sylvia can't help but grin at the compliment. You flatter me. It's good to get recognition of my screaming technique.
I thought about scrapping the song a few times because I was losing my fucking mind. I'm like, no, what? I'll stick with it. I'm already in this deep. I thought about switching it to a jazz song, but it really doesn't fit the theme of what I'm trying to do. But, I don't know. Jazz songs just seem to be easier to do, but that's literally the point of jazz. It's supposed to be easy to do.
Sylvia nods in acknowledgement. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it's so tempting to just scrap a song entirely, but you just never know if that song is actually going to go somewhere in the end. At the same time, jazz songs can be easier to create, but like we said, that's literally all jazz songs are. They're just easier to do.
Jazz songs are easy to do because they're easy to improvise. Inversely,
Sylvia
makes
nods
them
in
easier
agreement
to
exactly.
improvise.
Jazz songs are easy to improv because they're built for quick, spontaneous ideas.
And they're a little more loosey-goosey when it comes to like vocals and stuff, and beats.
Sylvia laughs softly. Yeah, that's exactly how I'd describe it. Jazz is definitely very loosey-goosey.
Just like this song. This song was pretty easy to do.
Sylvia raises an eyebrow, surprised to hear that. Really? This song was easy to make?
Well, it wasn't easy to make, but it was easy to like assemble. It was either gonna be a snappy or quick jazz song, or what it is right now, a slow song. So I decided to make this a slower song. I thought it came out pretty good.
Sylvia nods, impressed by the explanation. I gotta admit, it does sound pretty good. The slower pace works well for this song.
Not sure what I want to do for our next album yet. Probably just go with the flow as I usually do. I think I want to start off the next album with like a jazz song.
Sylvia seems intrigued by the idea a jazz song is the first track on the next album, huh? That's definitely an interesting choice.
Mm-hmm. Right now I'm kind of waiting on my distributor because things are happening with it that I'm kind of leery on and I might want to abandon them.
Sylvia seems surprised by the sudden announcement. Wait, you're considering abandoning your distributor? Wow, that's a pretty big decision to make.
Not that big when you're a small person like me. It's just the way their website is going right now. I'm kind of like leery on how they're gonna work out. It's really hard to explain if you don't know what the hell is going on and all that. So me talking right now has been completely pointless.
Sylvia frowns, understanding the confusing nature of the situation. Yeah, I get what you mean. It is kinda hard to explain when we're just chatting, huh?
Yeah. Sylvia, what's your favorite scab you ever picked off?
Sylvia bursts into uncontrolled laughter at the unexpected question. Well, that's a random question. Favorite scab I ever picked off? I don't know. Do I even have a favorite?
Mine was in the summer of '86. I pulled it off my knee and I flicked it into the air and it disappeared into the wind. And then a clown came up from the sewers, said they all float.
Sylvia raises an eyebrow, amused by the absurd story. Wait, so you're telling me you flicked off a scab and then a clown came out of the sewer and spoke to you?
Yeah, he said they all float and you'll float too.
Sylvia shakes her head, still amused by the strange tale. So scary. A creepy clown coming out of the sewer to say they all float. That's certainly one way to give nightmares to people.
And his name was Pennywise.
Sylvia pauses, suddenly realizing what he is referencing. Wait, Pennywise? Don't tell me he had a bunch of sharp and crooked teeth too.
Yes. Were you there?
Sylvia shakes her head, still taken aback by the realization. No, I was not. But I know the creature you're talking about right now.
Chrissy says, "Hello, Georgie. Do you want a balloon? It's me, Pennywise, the dancing clown." The talking, squawking clown.
Sylvia
chirping,
laughs
twerking
again, amused
clown.
by Chrissy's impression. Oh god, Chrissy is such a troll. But that's a pretty good impression, I gotta admit.
Yeah. That's right. I was talking about Nightmare on Elm Street. You caught me.
Sylvia grins, playing along. Oh, did I catch you, huh? Well, what is there to talk about with Nightmare on Elm Street?
Well, there's Jason. He's got a machete. No, he's got that box where he tortures people with the pins in his head.
Sylvia nods, still amused by the tangent. Ah yes, Jason, the iconic slasher movie character with the machete and iconic look. And the infamous box he uses to torment people.
Yes. I've actually never seen the, what are they called? They're not called Wishmaster, are they? What the fuck are the name of those movies?
Sylvia thinks for a moment before responding. You mean like the Hellraiser series? Where there's a puzzle box and some Cenobites?
Yeah, the Hellraiser series. I've never seen a single one of those. Also, why are they called such a stupid name?
Sylvia laughs softly. Well, I suppose they're called Hellraiser, because the movies are about, well, hell. Or at least the dimension hell. That's why the Cenobites are called Cenobites, too. Pretty interesting series, if you ask me.
Wait, why are they called Cenobites? They just sound like something futuristic or an alien.
Sylvia nods. Well, technically, they are kind of futuristic and alien, I guess. Cenobites are the beings the puzzle box opens up to. The ones that kidnap people and play with them. They're like demons, I guess? That's why they're called Cenobites.
What does that have to do with their name?
Sylvia pauses for a moment, trying to explain the meaning. Well, the name Cenobite comes from the Greek word koinoses, which means common, and the word bait means to lure. The Cenobites are essentially common beings who lure people who solve the puzzle box into their dimension.
How about instead of solving the puzzle box, how about they just grab them and take them to their dimension?
Sylvia pauses, thinking about the concept. That's a fair point, I guess. It would be more efficient, I suppose. But I guess it wouldn't be as fun. It isn't about the efficiency, I think. It's about the puzzle solve. The Cenobites are looking for the people who can solve the puzzle box. They don't want any average Joe figuring it out and ending up in their world.
Ah, true, it would be very boring. Would be very boring. And it's about time for us to end stream, Sylvia.
Sylvia looks at the time to see that it's time to end the stream. Oh gosh, look at that. Already that time, huh?
Time flies when Sylvia is talking about scabs and eating them.
Sylvia laughs softly and rolls her eyes playfully. You're never gonna let me live that down, are you?
Yeah, especially when I lie about it. Anyway, Sylvia, say goodbye to everyone.
Sylvia smiles, waving, well then, goodbye everyone. And I hope to see you all again tomorrow.
Chrissy, Evil Sonic, Mini-Me, thank you for joining. And to everyone else, bye.